I've got the Akarius Prime here. I've been going through my backlog and getting old primes I haven't gotten or grinded for when their Prime Access first came out. And these are the newest addition to the collection. And they're pretty good. I leveled them up and I was shocked how big the base AoE is. And then I put Primed Firestorm on and then I saw how big the AoE gets. So I was like, holy cow. And then I put 3 Forma in it. And then I was like, okay, yeah, these things are 100% worth using. They aren't one of those prime weapons that is mastery fodder at all. They're 100% worth investing in, and they're just an insane AoE secondary. And I've been loving them the couple days that I've had them now, and grinding them out and using them. They're pretty strong. So I'll blow up these guys here, get all our Cascadia Flare stacks immediately, and they're all dead, just like that. 8 bullets. Probably could have done it in like 4 maybe, but yeah, 8 bullets, all dead. We're reloaded. And only con with these Akarius secondaries is the small ammo pool. Um, and we don't have a vigilante supplies for pistols that I can recommend and put on. You have to put on the pistol ammo mutation, or you can run Proteus dispensary, or you can run carrier. I personally have been running carrier because I'd have to put another forma and a weapon exilus thing on this to get the ammo mutation mod in. That's a lot more investment for something that I don't think I'm going to use all that much, even though I do like it. But yeah, just my one little con is the ammo economy. But I'll dive right into my upgrades here on my mod screen. Bam. Pretty simple, like raw damage AoE build. There's nothing too insane here mod wise or things that I have going on. We have primed fulmination. I said firestorm earlier, but same thing. The primed AoE mod for tons of blast range on our radial attacks. It's honestly insane. It's super worth it. Diffusion multi shots really good. It kind of what what else are you gonna put there? Lethal torrent, more multi shot, very good. Our crit mods, we have prime target cracker and creeping bullseye, hitting 54% crit chance, not bad at all. It does have a low base crit chance at 18%, so it is a little. You kind of do have to definitely put creeping bullseye on. And then we're just modded for raw heat. I have primed heat charge and scorch. They're 100%. Just you don't need viral in this thing. We have insane blast procs, and we're just gonna do insane heat dots of damage with double heat modded here. And then I have Pistol Elementalist. We're getting tons of reload speed, and we're getting status damage for our heat and our blast procs. So it's pretty good build. It all comes together pretty sweet here. It's passive, bonus reload speed while sprinting, and that gets doubled when you're playing Gauss. Nothing to really increase our DPS there or write home about, but pretty simple build. It's raw damage. The only change, I guess you could say, if you wanted to make one, is drop the extra AoE and use a primed expel mod. If that's your thing, or just any of the expel mods, even normal ones. Um, Maybe you get them for your EDA and you want to run expel the murmur or something like that. I could see you doing that because you don't need the big AoE, but it is very cool and it feels very good. As for arcane, I have Cascadia Flare because we are from raw heat and blast, so we're basically only doing raw heat or blast damage. So this thing's basically always going to be stacked. It's very easy to keep stacked because of the AoE. You're going to be hitting a bunch of guys at the same time and applying a bunch of heat procs at the same time. So it's pretty worth it. I did run Merciless for a while, but you do get so much reload speed on this thing to begin with Elementalist that I have on, and it's passive. You do have a lot of passive reload speed. I know Merciless is a bit, like, tiny bit easier to keep procced over Flare. Flare does have like a low time between heat procs if you're, not constantly firing. So I see both. I'm not mad at either of these options, to be honest. If you want to be a Merciless gamer or a Flare gamer, um, I completely understand both options. But that's it for my modding screen. Very simple mod setup today. No crazy interactions going on. I'm going to switch and put my carrier back on because carrier has, where is it at? Ammo case. That's literally all he's here for, as you could tell. I don't even have a catalyst on him. He is just here to print me ammo. and that is all he'll be doing. So that's enough for me. I'm gonna go head into a survival mission in the void. We're doing Mott survival. See you there. All right, we're here on some Mott with survival. I'm on Mirage. I got Prime sure-footed on because the AoE on this thing is no joke. And what else do I have on? Prime sure-footed, and I'm just using Mirage because she's tanky with her damage reduction. But I mean, these things will have no issue. The only trick might be if I get too trigger happy and I spam too much of my ammo. But it is what it is. And the AoE is just insane. I was playing on my Citrine build before when I was leveling these things, and I put primed Fulmination on, Prime Firestorm, whatever you want to call it. And I don't have Prime sure-footed on my Citrine, and I was shocked from the range at which I was taking stagger from. So I was like, I gotta switch it up. I gotta play Mirage or what other frames I have the extra forma on for Prime sure-footed. I do need an extra forma on my Citrine to fit in PSF. But I think I'll wait till her Prime comes out, because I already have an Umbra forma on my Citrine, I think. Or close to it. I don't know. I have a lot of investment in my Citrine, and I think I'll just wait until her Prime comes out for me to put in more, because I have her pretty stacked up right now. But yeah, I really like going back and exploring old primed weapons. Old's a bit of a stretch. I mean, it's from Gauss. It's what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? More than 3 yet. I'm gonna feel super old. But I think it's 2 or 3 years ago. It's not that old, but old enough to where I should have probably had this thing already. But these are absolutely insane. These things are nuts. Honestly, we might be killing them too fast. We have to keep rotating around the rooms. They are nuts. I'd imagine it'll be fine against the Stalker. Not the Stalker. I always call him the Stalker. The Acolyte when they spawn. Because the only thing they hate is they hate big crit damage. And I feel like we have a lot of it. So we should be fine. Oh, Blitz Eximus tried to snipe me back there. Where you at? Yeah, we're shooting right here. And we just killed a guy over there. The AoE is insane. I love it. I should have been using these things before. I don't know if I'll put an adapter and ammo mutation on so I can kind of take this thing everywhere. I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, technically I already can take it anywhere with carrier, but then I have to run carrier here whenever I want to use these things, so I'm really debating if I put the extra investment on to use it wherever, whenever. But it is... They're just nuts. I was shocked. I was shocked because normally, I don't know, I feel like with, you know, our, like, Kingpin weapons, you know, Kuva, Sister, and the other guys, the Technosites, and I feel like they kind of outshine, like, normal weapons and prime weapons alone there. And then now we have incarnate weapons, so it's really hard for prime weapons to be good. But I was shocked. These things are insane. I really like them. Almost 600 kills 3 minutes in. Yeah, I think they're good. I think they're okay. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I think the Akarius Prime are good. I always knew people liked them. I didn't know they were this good. I knew they've been a kind of popular secondary weapon. The big thing, I didn't realize how big the AoE was. Is this the biggest AoE in the game? Like, they're pretty big. It's kind of insane. I was genuinely shocked. Maybe I'll have to Google that then and do some wikis and whatnot, but I think it's, I don't know, I haven't used the Tsar and the Brahma with Firestorm in a while. So I honestly don't know. But this feels pretty big with Fulmination on. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's because there's 2 pistols. And, you know, They're kind of shooting in the same spot, though. I was gonna say maybe they're covering more ground, just because, you know, one comes from the left and one comes from the right. So they're covering a bit more space, but I admit, I don't know. It's been a while since I ran a weapon with this much AoE, so maybe I'm just not used to it like I once was. The AoE just feels extreme on some two tiny pistols. And there's our Acolyte coming to say hi. We're almost at 800 kills, 5 minutes in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these are just wonderful. Where are you at? There you are. Come here. That did A-okay to me. I was a little worried there. I was getting chunked down by something. I honestly don't know what. Need to get that Eximus going. I need to get that Eximus going. There are two Leech Eximuses there. There's a Sanguine and a regular Heavy Gunner Leech. Kind of feeding off of each other. Kind of strange, but I think that's it. Oh, get some more safe. Quick, quick, quick. Trying to save for now. That is the Akarius Prime. They are insane. I've been slept on these for a little too long, I guess. I don't know. I knew they were good. I knew people liked them. I didn't know they were this good. They're absolutely nuts. The AoE's nuts. The blast damage is nuts. The heat procs that you can build for are nuts. Um, it's just a monster of a weapon. I'm really shocked about how good they are. But I'll see you later in the next one. Bye.